Hello everyone, MFPallytime here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We have assembled the A-team again, Astarion and Gale joining us just outside of what we believe to be the entrance to the Murder Temple, and where Orin the Red is currently holding our companion, Hausen. Now, we killed Gortash a long time ago, and our objective has been to kill Orin for a while. Today, we're gonna do it. If you've only seen my Zen playthrough, this fight is very different when you're not playing the Dark Urge. To my detriment, I designed a character for one of my co-op playthroughs to literally counter Orin the Red, and then found out the fight was completely different. So you may be in for a treat. Now, there are multiple ways to open this door. You can cast Knock on the door. You might be able to pick it. I actually don't think it is, though. However, if you just, Nope. Oh, you gotta land your shot. You gotta land it. I wasn't close enough. If you get a little bit of blood on the skull right here, I'm trying not to use my strongest characters, of course. That allows the door to just open. Those hand crossbows are so very useful. Now, the game is saving here for a very good reason. This place is very hard. There is a trial that we must pass upon entering this area, and if we are not fast enough, everyone in our party will die. As we get into position, we see on the very far side of the room, someone is channeling something very bad. The Ballist ritual of power word kill. In 6 small turns, everyone in this room that is not aligned with Ball will die. It's that easy. So, we need to figure out a way to get to the other side very, very quickly. Lae'zel is going to call upon her Githyanki abilities and cast Fly as a bonus action. I've never cast Fly before on any of my Githyankis. We're also going to dash with it because that's going to increase our range even more. With that, we can at least, hopefully, oh no. Oh, that wasn't the fly movement. Hold on. We got to use this right here. Okay, so it's a little different from when you're playing as a Mind Flayer. That would become your jump by default, but it's just a recast ability for me. So Lae'zel is going to fly across the gap. If she has any more movement, I'll try to fly elsewhere as well, but it looks like we're pretty much done. She's halfway to the target right now. However, there are a lot of pretty mean-looking people right here waiting for her. Theoretically, could I action surge and then move again? No, that wouldn't give me any more movement. So we're going to end our turn right there and see how these guys react. Arrow of fire being shot onto Kalark, connecting for 13 damage. Another one fires off and misses. Luckily, Gale is resisting a bit of this damage. The person who fired off that shot faded into the shadows, and we can no longer see them. Luckily for me, they did avoid Lae'zel momentarily. Why did their turn get completely... Because they were surprised! Lae'zel is very alert. She cannot be surprised. She was ready for this encounter. She's going to sprint again and fly on the perch next to the Far Slayer. Wow, so you only have 5 turns to do this by default. Now, I am going to action surge here, and we are going to begin to cut into our opponent. Unfortunately, he has 4 stacks of Unstoppable still to go, so it's going to take a few swings to get through there. Perhaps casting an Eldritch Blast. No, that would have done the same because we fire off 3 with that as well. So we got through some of his Unstoppable charges. He still has 59 HP remaining and 5 turns left on the power word kill. The would-be attackers from the high ground begin to shoot down on us. Kalark's going to try to deflect one of those missiles, but unfortunately it's another AoE. He wasn't able to grab it out of the air. Another shot moves towards him, and then they hide in the shadows again. Originally, my plan was going to be to use Dimension Door on Gale to kind of move the party around that way. But so far, it seems like Lae'zel's doing a very, very good job. Now, normally how this goes is, good lord, we're just being domed with crits, though. Can I throw one of these back? There, take that, motherfucker! You know what? Maybe Gale will do a little bit of work on clearing off those would-be attackers here instead of moving. Now, as you run along this path, more and more participants join in on the fight. Oh, don't be like that. What if I do a firewall up there instead? Very good. I will settle for the firewall. We killed one, and the other two are very, very weak. I'll go ahead and end Gale's turn right there. Kalark will move up a little bit. I think he's just going to drink a potion. Honestly, I think Lae'zel is fully capable of finishing this out on her own. So we're just going to make sure our defenses stay somewhat high. Drinking a potion on Gale as well. Everyone's going to hang back here. Now, because I wasn't going down the normal path, we have significantly fewer combatants here to fight us, but you may have noticed that the one I was interested in has just moved again. Well, Lae'zel is going to... dash would be my main action. All right, we're going to do it. We're going to dash and fly down to the ground next to him again. And we may begin to see more of those reinforcements coming in. Great job, Lae'zel. And again, in a 4-player co-op, I've seen this room flooded with enemies. But because we chose our path very carefully, we're not doing that bad over here. I have a little bit of movement left, and I would like to jump with my boots, because I have a chance of knocking both of these targets down. I love it when a plan comes together, dude. We'll just go ahead and charm the attackers on the high ground now, give Lae'zel a little bit more time to figure out this situation. Cutting words to help the attack miss, but Kalark is going to return it to sender with a critical hit, finishing off that target. The flames continue to burn one of the only remaining archer up on the high ground. He shrouds himself one more time. And then I think we're just kind of chilling. We'll just hang out back here. We're fine. I am going to cancel that wall because it's not doing too much good anymore. The guy already moved out of it. I wonder if I could just firebolt the ground. No, we don't quite have the angle for it. One of the attackers stands up next to Lae'zel and goes into a frenzy. They do land a critical hit and cause Lae'zel to start bleeding down next to our main kill target. He still has 2 charges of Unstoppable, so I am going to bonus action Hex. And then Eldritch Blast. There we go. We are through the Unstoppable charges, and he will start taking real meaningful damage next turn. The rest of our party continues to hang back here. Instinctive Charm to stop Gale from being hit. If he fires off another shot at my monk, we will return the attack to sender. Cutting words, sure. Oh, does totally miss Kalark. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Barbarian turns my screen black as the other guy goes invisible. We're going to skip these turns. Oh, we are starting to see some more combatants join in. These guys would be shooting at you along this pathway if you went the normal direction. We might be able to dimension... No, still too far. I would love to play a wizard with a couple levels in sorcery. You know, someone who has innate magical talents on their own. Are you running? Huh. I've never seen that before. Huh. Lae'zel is going to use her fly to move closer to her enemy. She is going to take a critical hit from that attack of opportunity. Her health is starting to look a little low, but as she gets into position, I become a lot less worried about her. 3 swings is what she has, and it looks like the final one will do it. And the trial should be over. Fun fact, I think this Barbarian has an item that you can only loot during this fight. So you have to kill them within the 5 rounds, because after you kill the main target, casting Power Word Kill, the trial's over. You won. Everybody leaves you alone. A little closer than I thought it was going to be with Lae'zel jumping forward like that. I thought we had a handle on that situation pretty well, but we can heal up that HP, no problem. That was really fun. Githyanki Fly is really cool. Now, as our team proceeds through the door, we do spot a small chest in the next room, but that is definitely not the only thing here. The Strangle Death Manifesto. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before. Clark's gonna pick that up. This sweet blotted letter looks unfinished, perhaps even unsent. To my fellow blood brethren, if you're reading this missive, know that you number among my most trusted confidants. Also know that if you betray my trust, my hands will grip your throat with the steadfast embrace of a long-parted lovers. So yes, of late, my friends, I have felt a calling when my fingers meet each other around the windpipe, as if there is a voice whispering sweet nonsense in my ear as I tear the breath from my quarry's lungs. I think I am chosen by our Lord of Murder, perhaps even related. Yes, my brethren, I will stake my claim on the legacy of murder, a throne of blood. I will challenge Lady Orin to her birthright, and if my grip stops her grasp before she flays my skin from bone, I will become Strangler Luke, son of Baal. Note to self, come up with a catchier title before sending this. That one's rubbish. I wonder if they were successful. I'm going to guess that Orin's just fine. As we open the next door.
Lord of murder shall perish.
Look at this view. As our party descends down to the waypoint, I wonder what is going through their minds. We have been anticipating this fight for a long time. Orin the Red and her doppelgangers have been causing so many problems for us along the way. But before we go over there, this path that I took down leads past some more ritualistic looking killings over here. We've seen some of these before, for instance, underneath the monastery. Excuse me, if we turn my UI back on, one of these bodies is something you need to see. Well, I didn't see that coming. All right, there was a mine in here. Okay, fine. The clown's severed head is in one of the bodies.
Of a clown.
Clark has no idea what this clown head is. The effigy of Amalison, who grasped divinity. What used her portrayal? She thought herself perfect, but forgot the one that she served. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood. Orin the Red. It seems as though, like, if you want to lead the murder cult, it's kind of like being a Sith. You know someone is always gunning for you. And it seems like Orin the Red's doing a pretty good job of defending her title. Our party slowly begins to approach. Along the way, there are many traps, though. What would a sanguine vent do that I would be afraid of? I imagine the next pressure plate would set the trap into motion. And did that candle just get lit? More blood coming out. I'm just walking over them because Astarion's not detecting any of these. Now that we've made it to the door, I believe the amulet we got from Saravok in the last episode is the key that we need.
Stone seals this chamber against the world. The Baal amulet trembles in frightened awe.
Press the amulet against the door.
Will you return once you cross this threshold?
Who knows, dude? And this is when you realize that you have seen the inside of the murder temple many, many times. This skull is like on the loading screen of the game, the main menu of the game. You've been staring at it for hours. Down beneath us, we do vaguely see Orin the Red. We can just begin to make out her shape and what appears to be Halcyon on some kind of altar in front of her. That is not a good sign. Astarion is going to continue to make his way down there. He's going to cast guidance on himself now as he is approaching. So we might be able to use it as we walk up. There is a very important charisma check coming up.
smell it. Gortash's corpse stain. His killer approaches.
Well, not quite Astarion as the killer. Not quite.
The Murder Lord could not be denied his meat. But Saravok's crimson was not yours to spill. He was mine. You had no right to take him. Oh, did it think it could protect? Did it think it could save? Only the blades.
Oh, no. Put those away. Put those away. I wonder what happens if you just, like, pickpocket the amulet from Saravok. Or I suppose you could probably join the murder cult and get the amulet that way. I've always killed him. He seems like a pretty bad dude. So, only the blades can offer salvation as she pulls the blades out above Halsin. Anything you do to him, I will inflict on you tenfold. Intimidation roll. Look at that. We're pretty good. We're pretty good, dude. You said Baal wanted us to fight. He will reject this offering. We're even better. I thought at persuasion, we have a one more +1 on intimidation. Or I did what you asked. I killed Gortash, so let him go. This gives us advantage because we killed Gortash first. We need a 25. We roll a 15 by default, and I will pump every ounce of inspiration I have into this to win it. We don't even need to. Astarion on his very first roll convinces Orin the Red to spare Halsin. What a hero, and I don't compliment the vampire lightly.
You do not lie, underling. It is your blood I am destined to spill. Your death spit will stain these walls, little lamb. Oh, your murder should have been exquisite. A crypt-born effigy to greet Baal's bleeding dawn. And now it will be nothing. Come to me, Father. Set my flesh to your unholy purpose!
Oh, no! She has the Slayer form. That is a problem. That is a very, very, very big problem. As our fighters approach. Oh, Astarion is not stunned on the first turn of combat. That's a good... I like that. I like that. We will take that. Cutting words to reduce some incoming damage as well. And Orin the Red misses her first attack. Actually, that looks like it was her bodyguards that was doing the stunning gaze. My apologies. Now, we do have a slight problem. The Reapers of Baal are all channeling stuff around the room, and they are also protected by Sanctuary. Orin the Red has 7 stacks of Unstoppable on her right now, and those stacks will continue unless we take down the channelers. We kind of also have to kill these guys too, though. We are in a bit of a weird spot, especially with Lae'zel's turn. That is until she shoots an arrow of roaring thunder. We're going to aim it over on the left side. Because it's an area of effect. He saved. Because it's an area of effect, it should still allow us to attack these guys. I'm going to try one more time. Shooting the ground next to him. Will that be enough? There we go. One of the channelers has been removed from the fight. Didn't go quite as well as I was hoping, but it's a start. I'm very afraid to move Lae'zel in, so I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on her, increasing her AC by 2, and then she will move up to be the first target closest to Orin. She pulls out her weapon to make sure she can use it. 26 AC. Is that going to be enough? Concentration immediately broken. Great. Kalark is going to have a really hard time hitting anyone in the Sanctuary. So Kalark will try and deal with the other targets in the room. You're going to bonus action sprint. He is going to make his way by Orin, not getting close enough for attack of opportunity. And I'm going to focus my efforts on the Invoker of Baal behind her. Critical hit on the first swing. If we do that again, the target is killed in one turn. I wish I could help Halsin up right now. He only has 38 HP because he is a low level. We haven't used him in a long time. In fact, in my multiplayer run in here, by the way, this won't work, right? Because of the sanctuary. In my multiplayer run in here, Lae'zel, my queen, was targeted as the victim of Orin. And because she was never in our party, because it was a 4-player co-op session, she was level 1, had 12 HP, and ended up dying anyway. So we might be fighting an uphill battle, but at least Halsin has a little bit more health. Clark's gonna move further into the room. Maybe right about here. So we're in range of the other assistant next turn. Astarion is frightened, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't blame him. He begins to move away. Gale on his turn. Old person. Must be a humanoid. Oh no. And these guys are immune because of the sanctuary. Well, there's another way we can get these guys out of their sanctuary. We are going to cast Wall of Fire from right about here. Clear to the other side. And we'll just let that linger for a moment if he actually gets the cast off. Oh, I think I did slightly better positioning this time. I'm actually hitting everyone in this line. And he successfully casted it. What a concept. Gale is going to continue to remain here, or in fact back up even more, because if Orin sees him, we are in a lot of trouble. This is the ritual that they are casting, and as the skull's eyes light up, the unstoppable stacks return to Orin the Red, the Slayer incarnate. We have to stop the ritual if we want to do any meaningful damage to her. Stunning Gaze being cast on Kalark will not pass. Lae'zel on her turn. Oh, what do we want to do? Oh, this guy wasn't actually in the fire. Crap. I do have one more arrow of Roaring Thunder. Lae'zel is going to shoot that behind this guy. So he hopefully jumps into the fire itself. Or if I get very lucky... No, it looks like that's going to have to be our play. So off to the side, hoping he falls into the flames. Oh, that is just beautiful, isn't it? Now with the rest of my turn, I am once again going to cast Shield of Faith, increasing my AC to 26 and hopefully allowing us to live through this encounter. Wait a minute! I have another arrow of Roaring Thunder in her inventory. We're going to fire it off to the right and hopefully moving this guy off of the platform. Yes, Lae'zel! She holds her position. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What was the scream? Oh, God, she's knocked down. And Lae'zel just took 100 damage in one turn. Lae'zel just took 100 damage in one turn. Are you still afraid? Please tell me you're not still afraid. Please tell me. Astarion is still... He's just bleeding. No, he is still afraid. All right. Kalark, on his turn, is going to bonus action disengage from the Slayer. Move very far to the other side and use his turn to bring his love back. He throws a potion over to Lae'zel. That should work. He throws another potion over to Lae'zel to heal her up even more. Insane turn by Orin. But I think we're still managing okay. There's one more target channeling the buff that is not in the Wall of Fire. So we're going to have to find a way to kill him soon. But Kalark's not going to be able to do that. He's going to move slightly further back and end his turn. Astarion, still dazed. He's trying, but the Slayer took form directly in front of him. Can you really blame him? Gale, on his turn, is able to cast Crown of Madness, but that only affects humanoids. Tasha's Hideous Laughter possibly could work on Orin, and potentially her assistant next to her. So we are going to try. 72% chance to connect. Hideous Laughter! The Slayer form is cackling maniacally on the ground right now. Now, she could break that, but at least it bought our team a little bit more time. That did break his firewall concentration, so we're going to have to figure out a way of damaging this person on the right. If Astarion would just snap back to his senses, he could be great in this. I really need him. Very important part of this team. Stunning Gaze does not connect on Gale, and we are going to charm the throw, so that doesn't connect either. Oh, she's moving towards Kalark. That was a mistake. He gets hit for 16 damage. Lae'zel once again back and moving. Let's see if I have any more fun arrows. I have more! Arrow of Roaring Thunder. Lae'zel can't shoot it, though. Why? Because she's dazed? No! What happened to my action? Oh, right. She was rezzed. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Could this jump possibly interrupt the cast? I'm going to try. He is prone. Is that enough? I mean, with the Sanctuary, that's I won't do any damage. But it's at least a start. The Slayer stays on the ground laughing. I love that. We are going to toppling blow the Death's Head. We're going to do it again. And as they fall to the ground and lose their unstoppable charges, Kalark ends their life. Could I just throw one of those arrows? Is that a dumb question? Like, if I just literally throw it right here? Okay. It says I can't target them. Okay. We'll end Kalark's turn. Now Astarion is finally in play. He is very far away, though, but we'll try. He's going to approach and create a... Which one of them does the knockback? Detonation. This is a glyph of Gust of Wind. Unfortunately, he's too far away, and that one doesn't look quite right. I could dash to get him further into the room. I'm worried about his well-being, but I need him in position next turn, so that's what I'll do. He's going to dash into the room. Hopefully, the Hideous Laughter continues to hold. Gale's not able to do much to break these guys out of the Sanctuary unless he wants to put an AoE down on the ground. Gale is going to sprint further into the room as well and try to get closer to Kalark. I'm really worried about Astarion's positioning right now, but if she remains CC'd, we're fine. It's funny to see it zoom in on a Slayer that's asleep. That's really funny. Lae'zel on her turn. Wait. Bloody Favor. That worked. That worked. Knocking him down was enough. Lae'zel turns and tries. Oh, she's out of movement. Okay, we'll shoot another one of those arrows. Kalark had them in his inventory. It pays to be a loot hoarder. And now we're shooting it off. Oh, he saved, but we can do it again. One more arrow, hopefully. We blow on it for good luck. Why can't I shoot it? That's odd. I've been able to shoot it twice before. I guess Lae'zel is going to end her turn. She's still laughing. I like that. The Sanctuary's still holding on this guy. Kalark can't do anything about that. However, we can get that glyph of detonation placed over on the left side now for the one remaining channeler. That glyph will activate and push them off the platform. If you saw that right, the skull was just removed from the turn order, and that means it is time to slay the Slayer. I'm going to get Kalark in position right now and end his turn. Astarion is going to heal him just in case. That's also going to give him 2 turns of Blade Ward, and Astarion is going to back away. Gale is going to hold fast right here. No, he's not. No, he's not, dude. Gale's going to haste Kalark. That means Hideous Laughter is fated. But if she attacks Kalark, we're fine. Gale is going to Misty Step into the next room to protect that concentrate. Ooh. Hi. We're good, right? All right, I'm just going to move in here. I hope he doesn't start to channel again. No, he goes for an attack, which should remove his sanctuary. Cutting words, so he doesn't connect. Now, Lae'zel on her turn walks over Halsin. Stands next to the Slayer and begins to try and slay herself. She is going to bonus action a Hex onto this target and then fire off an Eldritch. No, we have better chance with this. We're just not going to connect for any damage here, but we're getting through the unstoppable charges. It has to be done. We got to do it eventually. Unfortunately, that was even a crit that used one of my spell slots. Orin is frightened, but still is able to bleed out Lae'zel. She takes a massive flurry of blows and then summons in some kind of blood skeletons on the other side. I have never seen that before. Kalark takes a deep breath and does a toppling attack on Orin the Red. He does another toppling attack on Orin the Red. Oh, now with advantage. He attacks! He attacks! He attacks! And Kalark O'Lark, the world's strongest, smartest, and hardiest Githyanki, with one more swing lands the killing blow on Orin the Red. Bro, haste is so good. Did she kind of disintegrate? She kind of did. What happens to the rest of these guys during the fight? Let's not find out. We are going to very precisely cast another one of those detonation circles and send this guy flying off into the pit of nothing. Oh, he saved. That's unfortunate. I'm going to bonus heal myself to take less damage from his follow-up attacks. Gale in the next room is confused. I think he's good, though. The skeletons begin to rise up and attack Astarion. So far, they haven't been able to land an attack. The follower of Baal manages to land something. I have no idea why the camera snapped back way over there. Did he just go invisible? We'll find him. Astarion is going to cast another one of these as soon as he moves away. Excuse me. Bro, it literally looks like she just pulled the bones straight up out of the ground. These aren't even zombies. That looks really, really cool. Glyph of detonation right here should do the trick. Didn't take that guy out of invisibility. I find that really surprising. They also didn't take too much damage there either. We're gonna see Lae'zel jump towards where I believe that invisible guy is. Maybe he's not there, bro. That's going to give us a great weapon master swing, so he can swing 4 times on... No, I already used my bonus action. Clark's going to run over and finish off the last of the skeletons, and then I guess we'll wait to find out where the invisible guy is. He moved over to the corner. And for some reason, it snapped back to Gale, even though Astarion is the one being attacked. We do try shield blow. It does send him reeling, but he still seems fine. 1, 2, 3. Got him.
A metallic tang fills the air as the Slayer's form is drained.
Oh my god!
Ashes to ashes, blood to blood. You have robbed another god of his chosen.
It's part of my day job now. All right, we're immediately going to gather our team back together. Well, I tried to. That is the final of the crystals.
We have the final stone. I need to see it for myself.
Do you? You should be careful out here, Squid.
So innocent, but such potential. You have done very well indeed.
The netherstones pulse with psionic energy, permeating you, pulling you in line with their rhythm. The thrum quickens, rising, cresting on a single feeling. A location.
A morphic pool beneath the city itself. So that's where the Chosen imprisoned the brain.
How do we get to the morphic pool?
The same way one gets to the bowels of anything. The sewers.
We're actually extremely close.
We will find the brain, and we will end this. In death, thraldom, or freedom. But a word of caution. Once we cross into the Elder Brain's domain, there will be no turning back. Finish your business here before you proceed. The brain will be waiting for us.
Oh, hold on. You didn't even let me hit you. Come back. Well, the Invoker of Baal. You guys look very... Oh, God. Astarion's exploding with his blood. That's what was happening.
Never a dull moment.
I'm going to try to call everyone back, and we're going to help up Halsin as soon as we can. Although it does appear that the altar is locked. Kalark is going to try to lockpick it. I hope he can. It needs a 25. Maybe I'll just let Astarion do it. Woo! That's a hard lock. Come on, you can get it. Come on, try again. You can get it. I believe. Come on, you can get it. Almost there. Just one off. I have 25 of these. Halsin, you might be stuck. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
What is this foul place?
You okay, bud? You were kidnapped.
Oh, you came for me. Thank you. I feared Orin's accursed smile would be the very last sight I beheld. Every breath in this place reeks of corruption. I will return to camp. The air is cleaner there.
All right, bud. He's like, I know the way back. It's fine. I'm just gonna descend down this and then disappear into nothing. Magical. Wow, druids, how do they work? Also on Orin's gore pile, we find her armor. This is new, by the way, in one of the newest patches. You can now wear her set. You gain +1 attack and damage rolls while shapeshifting or disguised. You have advantage on deception checks and persuasion, and gain +1 AC. I wonder how Kalark looks at that. Yeah, I don't need to wonder it. Yeah, no, don't need to wonder that anymore. Let's change out of that right away. That is not a good look for him. We also see the Crimson Mischief. This is one of her... Is this her... No, this is her offhand weapon. I believe we already have her main weapon in her inventory. And the studded leather armor, +2. There's a lot of disturbing stuff going on in her quarters. For instance... Oh!
From bonds free, no more a slave. Liberators, saviors, pawns, youths, fools, released, usefulness ended, targeted, killed, death unavoidable.
anyone else find it odd that the most intelligent being in the cosmos speaks one word at a time? So, Zen from another life resides next to Orin's bed. Her mother, her first murder target, tied up and spiked in the corner. You learn more of that as Saravok talks to you, but unfortunately this time around, he did not. Oh, and the NPCs that were standing in here during the fight all fell over dead as well once Orin fell. Well, the conflict with an Elder Brain is coming to a head, isn't it? It seems as though with all of the crystals taken, control over the brain is waning fast. Halark and company will have to put an end to this very, very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. There's not much left. I'll see you guys again very soon.